Okay, now that everyone has finally shut up, I can do the proper intro.
Oh, by the way,
to the show.
And Jamie, next time we should do it live.
Wow.
Hey everyone. Welcome to Analysts After Work, the special super secret edition, conference edition. And as you can see, we've got more than the usual number of guests. I've always had a hard time handling two in addition to myself. And yet I've dived straight into the deep end. I'm bringing the thunder tonight for BBC. I am joined by Danelkis, Mindy, Adrian, Jared, Fabricio, Jen Bedell, and Jamie Champagne. We are like covering a big swath of the world. How is it going, everyone?
Not all at once.
Really well.
no, first you tell us to shut up.
Doing great.
Well, and I want to say, like, you did make it here on time. I want to say, like, one thing that I thought was beautiful, and I commented on it today, was Fabricio's comment in one of my sessions where he said, "We are all in Vegas, or Vegas covers the whole world tonight." And I've already butchered that, and it was beautiful, and I'm like, very poetic, great sentiment. We're all in Vegas, but we're not in Vegas. And
right, I'm done for tonight. Thank you.
That's a beautiful. Yeah, good night. It's a beautiful sentiment.
This round's on you.
All right. So, all right.
How does that work with whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas if we're everywhere?
So they changed that. That slogan is no longer what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. It's now what happens in Vegas only happens in Vegas.
Well, that's blatantly untrue.
Because now they have phones and Facebook and whatever, it can see everywhere anyways.
No, guys. It's what happens in the breakout room stays in the breakout room. What happens in Zoom is recorded live and forever. Remember that.
Yeah, that's why I was like having a great time with the practitioner chat. As soon as I found out there was no recording, I started swearing. It was the best. No, I'm just joking. So, okay, you guys have all been on this show. You know the drill. I'm going to start with I'm in the top left corner, so I'm just going to go across with you, Danelkis. What are you imbibing this evening?
I don't think you should have started with me, but okay.
Well, you just happen to be next to me, so.
I know. Well, we're debuting our elicitation.
Oh,
Nice.
And I think we all did variations of it.
We all did variations of it. I was not elicited for the requirement, so I don't care for it.
I understand now. I understand now why orange juice is an ingredient, because it's not good without it.
Because I knew I wasn't gonna like it. I also tried our mocktail version.
Wow!
Beautiful. And you did like the whole spread with like the fruit and stuff.
And the umbrella.
Yeah.
They're Florida oranges and mint from my own garden. Ooh. And I didn't have ginger ale or club soda or 7-Up, so it has lemonade. Because we do workarounds.
It's fine. Yeah, we figure it out. Mindy.
I'm gonna be honest. Hold on, I'm not done. Better.
Oh, okay. All right. Welcome back to the Danelkis show, everyone.
I'm glad.
I'm about to say I give up. Mine isn't anywhere near that fancy. Like,
did you hear my eyes roll? Did you hear them roll?
Did.
Okay.
This is my victim tonight is Glenn.
All right.
Wasn't that bottle full when we started?
It was.
For me, it's 4 minutes in. Come on. It's 4 minutes
honestly,
in. We've been talking for 4 minutes. Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
Not an hour. I'm just kidding. Hi, I have.
I'm gonna mute you guys like the debates. I'm gonna mute you. Go ahead.
Texas fuel with vodka, ginger beer, and lime.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Adrian, we're gonna come to you early and often, because if you pass out, I'm not gonna hold it against you. It is 2 a.m. where you are, so
it
respect for showing up, brother.
Hey, well, no, and I'm on the beer, and actually I'm on a beer. The last one I found it in the back of my fridge that I brought back on my last trip from Belgium.
Oh.
And if you've ever tried Belgian beer, it is really nice but lethal. This is one of the weaker Belgian beers at only 6.7% by volume. So yeah,
comparable to Canadian. Okay.
So
cheers to Belgian beer.
Cheers.
Which brewery is it from?
Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea. It's I can never. I always call it the Gremlin beer, but it's Grimbergen, or I don't know, Grimbergen.
Oh, Grimbergen.
Oh, wow.
Everyone knows that one.
I have one of those glasses in my cupboard.
Really? Look at Jen bringing the thunder here.
Sorry.
You know what? Forget going to Jared. Jen, what are you having tonight?
No. You got to go in order.
All right, fine, Jared.
Got to go top down.
I am definitely.
Oh yeah. The elicitation. That's right. Yeah. Fabricio.
Right. I have to confess something.
Okay.
Everybody have some mistakes and some errors, and I'm not a very good person because I'm not an alcoholic person. I'm drinking orange juice.
Okay.
It's a problem even in my house. My wife drinks, my kids drinks, my mom drinks, but I was that kid that Jared said that didn't like to drink, and I just kept like that. I should have spent some more money when I was a kid.
It's in the Orange Juice Club, but then Elkis is other part of her drink.
Yeah,
so.
we don't judge.
I have the orange juice that's Vince was missing.
We love
the sparkling water.
Cheers anyway.
Cheers, man. Cheers.
Yeah.
Right. Cheers.
We love everyone. Jen Bedell, the lovely Jen.
I've been holding. Mine's very intricate.
Okay.
Red wine, homemade.
Ooh.
Homemade.
Mm-hmm.
Always a winner. Cheers
Fresh
to
in
them.
bottle. Barely even made it into the bottle.
Tremendous. Just get a
That's
funnel
not
or
how those
something.
go.
Do you have wine on a tap?
Well, when they're taking it out of the machine that makes the wine, if you stick your head underneath, it's a tap.
Right.
Well done, Jason. Agreed.
And last but certainly not least, unless we get some, there are a couple people that have the link to get in here, and they might show up.
Special guest.
Special guests. But Jamie, the other times that you've been on, it's been the morning for you, but this is the first time it's actually afternoon. So what you got?
Well, I'm still not sure what time zone it is on, because I was like setting up for a tutorial while like this leadership day thing was happening at the same time, and it was dark outside, and like I didn't know there was like 5 meetings and events, and like everyone's messaging me and nothing's working, kind of thing. The roofers show up, but I actually have look at this. I have a Yeti size cup here that someone gave me with my business on it. Like, how cool of a gift is that?
Oh,
so
very nice.
Here is the part about being agile. I was trying for like the healthy coffee, but the black coffee, it wasn't a very good coffee. So then it had to have something added to it. And then like 5 additives later of, creamers and sweeteners and other things. Then, I have to admit what worked. That bottle of Crown in the back of the fridge.
Yes.
I figured it was 5 o'clock somewhere, and so we were agile. We just kept modifying until we got something that was drinkable. And the best part about a big cup, when you start being good, like halfway, now there's no guilt that it's all the way up here for the next hour.
That's awesome.
So yeah, when in doubt,
That's awesome.
So, I have a question for you.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead, Jared. Fine. Go.
It's 2 a.m. for poor Adrian. It's what, 2 p.m. for you? Like, do we cover like half the
3.
globe?
Yeah, we're covering half the globe.
3.
All right,
Wow.
all right.
Yeah.
I'll drink to that. Cheers.
So
Yeah.
cheers. And
Cheers.
Yep.
cheers.
I see
I think there's going to be a lot of this.
Hans online, everyone drinking. Cheers, guys.
Before we get into it,
Amy said cheers. Cheers. Yeah.
Amy,
Oh,
cheers.
cheers with you.
I can
Okay.
see them. I'm trying to do something here.
Oh my!
Like
I want to know
remember,
what Hans is drinking, though. Come on, he's on there. Hans is on here.
I'm never having more than 2 people on the show again.
So it's not only that you have more than 2, you were very good at selecting us.
Yeah.
I
remember that strategy session where it was like, yeah,
no more than
good,
two opinionated talkers at one time. Remember, be clear on your requirements here.
So I'm gonna go alpha for a second, and I'm gonna point out that when we originally conceived of this idea of doing this show, I guess it would have been early August, Denelkis, Jared, when we first met.
I wouldn't say I was part of the conversation.
You were. I said
it's your fault, Denelkis. Come on, you know you get into these.
Always.
I'm trying to do something emotional here.
Yeah, he is.
Right.
So
I'm tearing up. It's okay.
Don't tear up. But I mean, there was we were supposed to have another guest, and so just want to give a cheers to the gentleman who was supposed to be on the show and unfortunately didn't have a chance to Bob Prentice.
And he was looking
cheers.
forward to
Bob.
Cheers to Bob.
Yeah.
Here's Bob.
Yeah, because
And Paul's here.
And I saw the Paul's here.
Paul's
and,
here.
And yeah, I mean, it's the idea was born of let's figure out how to get Bob to BBC, and this was sort of the way to do it, and it was just it unfortunately didn't go, but let's just to Bob.
He did.
So, Bob. Cheers.
To Bob.
So
Bob.
just to we'll pivot now, and yes Hans, thank you for your comment. I am going. You can only go alpha in a pink shirt because no one messes with the guy. No one messes with the guy in the pink shirt.
And the pink shirt with your name on it.
And with your name on it, like
yeah, there we
that's
go.
amazing. So sorry, Jason. Thank you, brother. Jason to Bob.
Yeah, right on.
Bob and Paul. Yep.
tomorrow's going to be a tough day.
Yeah. So day one is in the books. What was the thing? And feel free at this point. It's open forum. What was the thing that really stuck out for you and was a highlight of your day?
BBC Extra.
Okay.
It was awesome.
Why?
Really?
Why?
So it was a departure from your traditional conference. It broke up the sessions. It still had that content. It was very well facilitated. Of course, Adrian, you're a global treasure now, not even just a national treasure. You're never going to live that down, are you?
There's a story there, but yeah.
It was unique, or is unique. It's not over yet. It's a unique way to break up the day. It just made it just kind of gelled the whole day together. It was awesome.
Wow.
You know what for me was the biggest thing, I gotta admit, and like day one, no, remember it's like day 3, day 4.5, depending. But impressed me was how many live participants, even if it wasn't purely on video, but was live participating. I even called people who were on day 1 tutorials and asking them how their sessions go. You know what? I am floored of the number of people, registrants to attendees, like live attendees, at least for me and what I've seen and jumped into other ones, that people are showing up. Like, it's not I bought the recordings, I'll watch them later. I'm shamelessly multitasking. Like, wow, the presence, the energy. Like, I'm just,
Jamie, to go along with that, one of the things that I have enjoyed are the chats. People are actually, from a participant, you're able to participate and actually chat and make comments and ask questions. It's also more deliberate. Like, you could be a part of the conversations, which is amazing.
Vince, now you're on the bad list too.
Good point.
I was talking to Denelkis. She was the first one in, which is why she's next to me on the screen.
so I'm last? I thought we were same time.
Well, you and Jen came in at the same time, but I got to do the first practitioners chat, which was incredible. Like, I had a couple minutes of like, here's my sort of thesis on this topic of leadership. I had some questions prepared, but it was basically Q&A for 60 minutes, and I was in heaven. And at one point, I was doing my thing, and then Barb Karkanord comes off mute. And she's like, "Do you mind if I contribute to the conversation?" And I'm like, "If I had known you were here, I would have let you lead it." Like, if I yeah, please. Like the first one of the first books that I read in this industry was one of hers. So like, holy crap! Yeah, of course you can talk. Please, take over. But it was like one of those surreal moments. And doing the thing, like I've been pitching to everybody that will listen. Can I just do a 60-minute QA? Like I just want to answer questions. And no, you have to actually say something and deliver some value. It was amazing. It was amazing.
I heard good feedback on
So,
it from someone that attended. Yeah.
What'd you hear? Good stuff?
I heard it was a good conversation. Something different, something, not just being spoken at. And it was fun. Yeah. Go on. Go figure. Yeah.
I guess. Okay.
Was it about that Vince guy though?
Yeah.
But it's interesting, Vince, because one thing that's been a thread that I think has been like buzzing around in my mind is the fact that almost because we had to go virtual, it's meant that everything's a risk, so nothing's off the table. I think we're seeing things at this conference that just like it's really easy when you've got a format that works to keep using that format. And of course there'll be incremental innovation and that's great. But I think the level of innovation we're seeing in this conference for me is great. Oh wow.
This would normally not
Uncle
happen at the
Vince.
bar. But
Hi. Yay.
Who's that? Uncle Vince? Amy's online too. Auntie Amy, say hi, Uncle Vince. Hi, Auntie Amy. Say, what did Uncle Vince give you? What do we call Uncle Vince? What do you call Uncle Vince? What do you play with?
Oh, anything can happen now. Anything could happen.
Well, it's funny. We have a little Toronto Raptors. It's supposed to be basketball, but it's actually made out of a hedgehog. And so she goes, Uncle Vince, hedgehog.
How appropriate.
It would have been more appropriate yesterday before I took all this off because it was like froed up. But
Uncle Vince.
I like the crow. I miss the crow.
I missed the pro.
Auntie Amy says hi to.
Yeah.
And Auntie Judy. Okay. There we go. Hi. Are you typing? Look at that. See? Okay. Sorry, I'll stop talking. I'll just let her.
No, it's all good.
So
From scratch.
That's the pictures.
You could just do the comments here. This is the best. Jen, how about you? What was a highlight for you?
Are you typing?
So I had some big meetings, testing meetings and stuff today, so I didn't get to attend much, but I did get to part of yours, Vince. So that has to be my, and I got to part of Judy's as well. So 2 highlights. There we go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Are you working?
So,
Mindy?
Jared's only with us for 10 more minutes, apparently.
do you want to hear about the testing meeting I had for 3 hours this afternoon?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No. So I didn't realize that was a prerequisite for being on the show tonight.
No.
I am not attending BBC this week. I attended part of Leadership Day yesterday.
Oh.
I was in and out, but I was on Leadership Day. But no, I got work today and then meetings, and then tomorrow I'm taking vacation day. I'm out.
Oh. Okay.
Take a drive.
Well, in that case.
No!
Oh my word!
It's a joke, guys.
I
It's a
moved up.
joke. It's a joke. It's a joke.
This is my BBC right here. This is what it's doing.
He's dead to me too after putting that banner up. So you and I are in the same camp there.
Good on you. Yeah.
Oh, here,
Whatever.
I'm leaving.
We need one more person, Vince. It's not.
Do we need
even.
one more?
We need one more.
It is. It's a little awkward here. Yeah, with the 8.
Yeah.
If we have one more, do we have to
There
see
you are.
it?
High five, Jamie.
High five. There we. Oh wait. This way. Wait. Wait. the Brady Bunch, right? Yeah, we need the Brady Bunch. Come on, Adrian, don't leave me hanging.
Well, we can't do the Brady Bunch because we need one more, don't we?
You got it, Jared? Adrian? Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Right there.
It's too late for Adrian. All right, got it. Anyways,
Looked like he was
who
petty.
hasn't gone yet? Who hasn't
You guys
gone?
are all cut.
Fabricio?
If you're not
Fabricio.
kicked off at least one time or muted on Vince's show, you're not being a good guest. Okay, you know. So.
Is that the rule?
This is true. This is
Isn't
true.
it kind of like the
Yeah,
rule? You
I'm-
have to at least get
I'm ready.
muted once.
So what I'm hearing is Mindy's the best guest he's ever had because it's the only time I've ever seen Vince kick someone off.
No, I've kicked people off.
Or muted, zip. You get
But-
muted.
You guys knows that Vince
It's
had
a
the
call to
button
reduce
of mute
waste here, Vince.
as his
I would
power,
only
right?
I would only do it because the connection between Mindy and I is so strong that she knows. I think she knows I'm joking. Like we're right here. Like, come on, man. If I was afraid of Mindy or we didn't really know each other too well, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have. You know, that means we're friends.
You have a shirt though with Process Vince, and you've getting some pretty serious comments here about your process. And I believe the 5-letter word is waste going on over here. Not about your choice of attendees,
That's
but
Jamie, I have to correct you.
I'm not criticizing those.
It's protest Vince.
Thank you, Amy. That Paul Lind is Adrian.
Sorry?
Oh, we're Hollywood Squares. We need Paul Lind for the middle. That's Adrian.
I
Sorry, I'm
honestly
reading
have
comments
no
instead of paying
idea what
attention
you
to you
guys are
guys.
talking about. What is Hollywood Squares? And
Oh, come
who is Paul
on.
Lind?
Oh, seriously?
No, I know what Hollywood Squares is.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
Fabricio, highlight of the day. Go.
Right. There's a parallel conversation happening during the sessions that's very nice. That's the participants of the chat. So during some presentation, I got some time that a presenter told about a reference he was using and he used very much for his job, and someone on the chat asked, "Oh, where can I find it?" And some other person said, "Oh, you can find it here." And so we have a parallel conversation happening and people generating ideas and sharing stuff, right? Nice stuff happening at the same time. It was very nice.
Right.
Agreed. Yeah, same with the yesterday's day. The chat was great.
Beautiful. Yeah, the chat was interesting. Like it was like I almost had to put it aside when I was doing my presentation. And then I realized people, like my moderator is texting me saying, "You've got 5 minutes left. You have 2 minutes left. Can you shut up now?" And I'm like, but I didn't have. She didn't do that. I'm just joking. But I didn't have it because I was here. So, anyways, and who didn't give Jamie? You didn't give a highlight of the day, I don't think.
Oh, Maury talked about yesterday. So yeah, I didn't give a highlight of today because I was on yesterday. So that's why I said that the interaction, the people attending, that was my big thing. And on that same thought, I'm looking at our attendee list, our live attendee list. I am floored. Like, this is awesome, guys. These is like really cool.
These are the people I'm going to be in happy hour with right now. All the people in the chat. Thank you all for coming.
Yes.
I feel near you.
And so let's close it out with someone who was someone else's highlight of the day. Adrian, what was your highlight of the day?
So I think I really like the innovative, like the different styles. The fact that I think there's been almost the ability to take more risks with things this year because everything's so disruptive that everything's a risk. So, like having the whole conversation about, well, you know what I think would be really great would be to do a TV show in the breaks and speak like that. I can't imagine would have gone the same in any other year. So I just think I think the ability to have different formats, I've been really, really enjoying that. The practitioner chats I think is a great format, and I'd echo what I think Jamie said, like the looking at the like the discussion groups. It's almost like there's a community growing around the conference, which there always is. But it's like I think a question in the back of my mind is how do we sustain that global community? After and between the conference.
Yeah. Which is something that I think I know we've talked about, and I think is part of a bigger conversation. But we'll get there. I think it's just we have to figure out how.
Yeah.
Oh, I had my first cool thing. I gotta admit, you want to go international? Is having the Japan chapter chat to you, but then they left it in the Japanese characters. So I'm trying to copy and paste and Google it because I was like, they were great. They were putting comments in the chat, and I was like, thank you. I don't know what you said. They probably said, I didn't hear what you said. This was awful. And I just said, thank you. But like, I love that.
Yes. Misguided blonde lady, please correct your mistakes.
Yeah. Thank you. You're awesome. That's like, you always say thank you and you're awesome. Instead of Canadians saying sorry, we just say thank you. It's like, what you do.
We don't do that. We say sorry. It's so you gotta sorry. Sorry. Not sorry. It's like it's process, not process. Process. Come on, man.
Process.
Process.
Is it poutine or Putin?
Putin.
Putin. Thank you. Merci.
It is not Putin.
You have to go full Quebecois when you say Putin.
Hold on a second, Vince. I've got to correct you. Putin is a Quebec French slang for prostitute. We are not having Putin.
No, that's not what that is.
It's a delicacy. That's not what that is. Sorry, I have to correct you on that.
No, that's fair. I seem to always put my foot in my own mouth. About a year ago, I was moving into a new role, and I gave myself the title of agent provocateur. And then I met with Jen Forrest, Jofo, who then said to me, "You realize that's a line of ladies' lingerie, right?" And I had to look it up, and sure enough, agent provocateur is a line of ladies' lingerie. So I lost that title really quick.
You had to look it up. That's why it was in your browser history, right, Vince?
Sorry?
You had to look it up. That's why it was in your browser history, right, Vince? That's your
You should have kept it, and so you would have an uniform.
That might be the most disturbing concept in the history of this show. Thank you. Good night.
Doing the same thing.
All right, I deserve it.
Welcome back to the show.
This is that Survivor game. You keep getting people kicked off the show, so you move up in the pecking order. You get closer and closer to Vince. This is that game.
I'm Alice now.
And then eventually, I get angry enough that this happens. But I go back to the top corner.
Don't make me come up there. What are you kids doing? Don't make me come up there.
So we covered today. What are you looking forward to the rest of the week? Because I think there's some really interesting topics. I know for me, the one I'm planning on attending is Laurie Silverman's speaker spotlight tomorrow. So
Laurie's not alone though. So Laurie and Delvin are doing that together. So it's going to be.
Oh, then I'm not going to go. No, I'm just kidding. No, but that's a topic. I mean, it aligns very well with a lot of the work that I've been doing over the last year or so. So I'm interested again, Laurie is one of those people that is a giant in the industry. I can't wait to hear what she has to say, and how wrong I am is what I'm interested to know. And I don't think I'm that wrong, but there we go. I'm just gonna take a
mother of data over here. She's a good mother of data.
She's fantastic. Jamie, what are you looking forward to the rest of the week?
Actually, to be honest, the fact that things are recorded, and I don't I don't discount the live sessions because those are fabulous. But the fact that things are being recorded, now I don't have that awful feeling of I get to present, okay, I'm good, but then now I got to miss the other 6 awesome presenters because they put them all at the exact same time. And it drove me nuts that with the scheduling, there was always all the awesome people, they go, well, let's all put them the exact same time, versus like
exciting.
Yeah,
Wait a
so now
minute.
I actually can see everybody. I'm super
You mean that you
excited.
classify people into like awesome and crappy, or like how does
There's
that?
awesome and more awesome. Hello.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The awesomeness,
Aw.
awesomeness is reserved for select few. I will say that one. I might be a
Respect.
little picky on that.
It's on the champagne scale.
So.
Champagne scale. I knew I was in trouble today when I looked across the line and I saw Adrian there. And I'm like, yeah, dude is bringing the whole crowd. I'm gonna get 10 people for my.
Yeah.
See, look, you're virtual.
He's
You're
blushing.
still
Look,
comparing who's going to fill the room. Look at that. Look,
I know
you
that
got
because it's a
paid for that. Look
competition.
what you're doing.
You don't think I did that? I absolutely did that. I looked
Have
at
you
it.
ever met a non-competitive BA or
No.
PM or any of the
I
process person?
always do that. No, I always do that.
Always.
No, I
Always
haven't.
look at who you're going up against. Yeah.
Always.
Of
Oh,
course.
Hans, thank you, Hans. Hans, thank you.
Wait, what is this?
Wait.
Yeah, good point.
No, go to the next one. The Gen R's comment's pretty good, Adrian.
Oh yeah. Point taken.
Did they do a beer? Like, is there any kind of beer drink? Like instead of dropping, the shot in, like you can drop a shot of espresso like into the beer, like at the same time. Kind of.
Oh,
No, I just
why
know
would you
that-
do that?
Red Bull. Look at
Sounds like a
Red
waste
Bull
of
and beer.
I have got some coffee liqueur somewhere. I might have to switch to that.
Yeah, like why would you
Stand
ruin
up
a
and
good
make fun in
espresso?
circles. You should stand up and run in circles or something.
Well, and so now that I've made him blush, Adrian, what are you looking forward to the rest of the week?
So I think Laurie's session is one that I am particularly looking forward to, or Laurie and Delvin's session.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's kind of like I don't know. When you're like in a buffet and you just pick some stuff that you don't know what it is. Like I quite like just trying stuff that I don't know what that is. I don't know what it's going to be like. But the fact I don't know what it is probably means I need to try some. So I kind of like to, there are some like Laurie's that I know will be fantastic. It's a topic I really, really like, but there are some topics that I'll just go to because it's like, I don't really know what that is, or I don't know enough about that. So I'm looking forward to the variety and finding relevant stuff that I didn't know I needed to know about.
Cool. Very cool.
Definitely.
Jared.
So,
Sorry, the people are asking for more me, and I'm 62 so far. So keep them coming. I want to get a couple hundred. Because for those that don't know, I just kicked off some research into alignment between leadership and business analysis and strategy, and I think everybody here was awesome to share the post from LinkedIn. So thank you very much. Let's keep it going because I think it's a really important topic. So Steve, 62, brother, thank you.
Okay, quick question to the group though. How many
yes.
of you guys saw it right away and knew you'd be one of the first to do it and waited another hour or two just so Vince wouldn't know it was you responding to the poll?
I still haven't done it yet.
Well,
I
I sent it out to a group in advance for like feedback, and I have to say, and this is what probably earned her spot. Mindy was the only one to reply back with criticism, which was very well received. Mindy, cheers.
Constructive.
To Mindy.
Yeah, happy to edit. We're all good editors, right?
You're the best. I don't know where we are at this point. Fabricio, what are you looking forward to, man?
No, what I saw today, and I hope to see much more in the next days, are those presentations that are made for small people that are not on the road. They are not presenters. They are people from companies practitioners showing their cases, their real cases, where they connect us, and you look for some of those and said, oh, that stuff that we are teaching, that really works. We can keep teaching that because that's nice. I work as a professor too, like a big part of you guys. And you know that at sometimes we feel ourselves at like, why I studied this subject very much. I prepared to present it to someone else, but some of those stuffs I have not been using that so deep And when you see cases of those stuffs really happening and people showing up, how they are getting benefits from that or making business value from that, that's really nice, really encouraging. And unfortunately, those sessions don't take many people. They're usually just a few people there, but very good ones, very good cases.
We did the first session that I did today was a case study without naming the organization, because
change the names of the guilty to protect them. You know,
yeah, we had to change the names of the but myself and my podcast co-host Mike Martino presented on the missing pieces of the digital transformation puzzle, and it was a case study of our journey over the last couple of years of actually doing this and being successful in it, which was, I think it was my first time like presenting a case, and I hope that, like, I actually don't think it came across as a case, but it actually was like sort of very tactical but also very strategic. So I don't know, but yeah, I agree. Those don't typically grow or draw the crowd, because I find that we want, like, tell me what to do. Give me like the six things I need to do to run better workshops, and cases are big. So
actually, shout out to Coop. His session a couple years ago, I loved it because he called it out when people showed up to his session. He goes, "You guys are all here for the silver bullet. No silver bullet." He goes, "You guys can leave right now if you want to. No silver bullet. There is no more silver bullet. There are none." But I love that he called it out and said that, because how many people show up with it ready to go? Yeah, Coop.
Like, what's the secret, man?
Yeah.
Well, and that's the
what they
thing.
want, right?
It's work, right? Like it's work.
I participated today in a session that, I want to say her name was Elena and Hannah presented. They were co-presenters from Lufthansa, and they were presenting on transitioning into Agile, their transformation. And they started off by saying it was not a success. It was not easy.
Awesome.
And they showcase, I mean, they've gotten to a much better place, and they've learned from it and grown from it, and they're in a good place now. But they kicked it off with saying it's not a happily ever after just yet. And it's one of the better sessions that I've gone to. And kind of just piecing it all together with your questions, Vince. There's the awesomeness crowd that which you guys are on the list, and I know of you, and you guys always present well. I'm actually doing it differently this year because I already know that you guys are awesome, and I have your recordings, and we have access easily. So I'm actually going to the speakers that I've never gone before, that for me are newbies, like that I've never gone to their sessions before. To see who else is awesomeness that I haven't been exposed to yet. And one of the things that I'm looking forward to tomorrow is actually off the agenda. Elena and Hannah are doing just a meetup, like just a chat.
Oh, cool.
And
is that in the app, the Hoova app?
In the app, but it's one of those meetups that you just set up yourself.
That's how I set this one up.
Yeah. And that's one of the things that I'm really looking forward to. Awesome. Partly because it was the industry I was in, but just the information that they were giving and their struggles and where they've gotten. I was really excited to hear their story.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Jen Bedell, what are you looking forward to? I think you present tomorrow, right?
You know, I forgot about that. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Wait, we need to remind you.
I'm gonna go. I need sleep. Oh my goodness!
But isn't it like 7:30 tomorrow because of the time change?
8:45. What time change?
Oh, like this time.
Time change?
No, we're good.
Oh, like no. 8:45 my time.
Yeah, right. 7:45.
Mine's at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, my time. So
See, I'd rather do PM. I'd rather do 8:45 PM.
Oh wait, hold on. We got to check up on you. Are you good?
What?
So you're not.
Fine.
Need Adrian to talk every once in a while. Make sure he's still awake.
As long as we don't see him keel over, I think we're fine. Like, let him be.
But Jen, you're in Atlantic time, so it isn't like noon for you.
Wait, me? Oh, wait, what?
Now?
Yeah, we're in Halifax.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even if it's at like 7:30 in Pacific time, it's like noon your time.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
no,
it's a
there's
4-hour
PM.
difference for her. 7:45 p.m.
I thought you said AM. I'm like, no.
No.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, no, 8:45 p.m. for me. So you guys can work backwards from there and figure out your own time zones.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to join that one after putting the kids to bed because that's a good time. So I'll probably come back on. Hey, maybe we do this again tomorrow night. I don't know. We'll see.
That would be cool. I'm just hoping there won't be puppy noises.
I can't. I got the engagement tomorrow night.
I'm just kidding, Jared. I can only do one of these like every 2 weeks. This is exhausting. It's hard reading comments.
Apparently, we give him a hard time or something. I don't know.
Okay, Jared, what are you looking forward to the next couple days, man?
Hey, I didn't get to tell you the other stuff I was looking forward to. Jeez. I didn't get to talk.
I moved up. I'm in the middle. Yes. Hey, man, it's only Mindy hanging. Come on.
Wait. Okay, let me. Where do you want Mindy? You want in the middle or?
No, take your right hand, Vince, and slap it down. Take your right hand. Now, go down now. There we go. I held it.
Adrian?
We did a high five. All right.
Come on.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, how?
Adrian's doing the Thriller moves. Now we've got the Thriller going on over here. Like we're
We're going to turn the cameras backwards, too, so you're like, which hand is which? I don't know.
You're drinking at the same time.
We should start doing the Thriller dance. You know, and it's Halloween, right? We can get going. Like
singing "Happy Birthday." It's not gonna work. No.
Yeah, no, we're not. There will be no singing.
Jared's hand is than mine.
That'd be funny. There you go.
There we are.
I wouldn't look too far into that. It's just the proximity to the camera. Jared, what are you looking forward to the next couple of days, man?
So I'm going to be a total downer. I'm actually looking forward to Friday afternoon and maybe a nap, maybe an hour to myself. Because, I mean, I'm on the steering committee and the program committee. So we've been working for a year. And it's just been go, 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 go. And then the switch to from physical to virtual was taken later than we would have liked. And then it was, oh my God, we've got to really step it up, right? So the practitioner chats came from that. Adrian presented a great idea, and we went with the BBC Extra. Thank you very much, Adrian, because I think it's a stellar idea. But that being said, I mean, between then and Friday afternoon, I've got my session to do. I've got the tomorrow night's IIBA reception, which is going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully, you'll all show up. And then I'm part of the end note as well that wraps the whole thing up. So it's just a lot more work to go.
Awesome.
So this is one of the things I love about hanging out with this group and the people on the chat is that we get involved, right? And so we're conference organizers and speakers and doing these other sessions, ad hoc things during the week. And we work hard during the conference and we play hard at happy hour afterwards. And by Friday, we've gotten like 10 hours of sleep total, maybe. And we're just like, I can't wait to be on the plane and sleep. But I've had the best work hard, play hard week of the.
That's exactly it, Mindy.
But that's one of the advantages of being there live, right? Like, I missed the whole afternoon because after my sessions, I went and spent time with the fam. Whereas, and not that that's bad, like.
Yeah, but you can't zone in and just be here.
Exactly.
That is totally true. I felt that I think was almost harder is not to be completely at one or the other. I almost liked being physically present because we'd be there. But I think we would all be kidding anyone listening in if we didn't ever admit there was like one time, especially if you're doing it all 5 days, did you just pick Thursday afternoon that I'm going to my room from 2 to 3. I'm locking the door so that I can be awake and alert and sober by the time 8 o'clock comes around for the next happy hour.
Right. I can tell you that.
I completely agree with you.
Cheers.
I also think that right now we would all be in the bar
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we would.
For sure.
We
The
would for sure.
stories that I would be telling about you and Jared about that comment you made in the hallways to that person. It was crazy. It was like spot on, man.
No.
Oh,
Right now, we'd be at
what?
Julie Pianos.
We would.
Oh my gosh.
Karaoke?
What? Can't hear
Yeah.
you. What?
Still haven't done
No,
karaoke.
I would be playing blackjack. That's where I would be.
No, you'd be at Julie
No,
Pianos.
you wouldn't.
No, I would be at
Bad you. No.
I would be at blackjack. I would be like Adrian. I would be flushing money down the toilet
I
at
was
the blackjack table.
I was fully expecting to be at Julie Pianos for my birthday this year, so it's a little bit of a letdown because
Yeah.
I do that.
Is this a milestone birthday,
No,
Jared?
that was last year.
Okay. So now you're 41.
I love you, Vince. You are my favorite friend.
I'm just trying to get invited back next year.
Vince is a check.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
This,
Yes.
this like
Exactly, Harlan.
yes, Harlan.
Nice.
Yours.
And
Cheers.
hey, DC, the DC connection here.
Mm-hmm.
DC East Coast.
Right on.
Okay.
East Coast.
East Coast.
As he's trying to.
Oh, she does that good. I'm East Coast,
Anyways.
but I can't do that. I'm more.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
You
It's
just
really good
cross-
with the
cross
little
your
kids,
fingers.
Vince.
This is so much easier. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta try it with the little kids. It's really great when, like, you're trying to show them the shaka and they've got their hand and they're just going like this and like they're like going,
You like this one?
Yeah.
My-
What if we just like hop on?
My youngest did that the other day where she was just like, "Hey, mommy, look at this, and you try not to react because like they don't know. It's not
Amen,
like
Jimmy, amen.
whatever, Jimmy.
Extreme West Coast.
Jimmy, my man, I miss you too, brother. We got to get you back on this show.
Poo-poos again.
We didn't go for poo-poos with. No, are we just gonna talk about poo-poos again? We didn't
You
do
guys
poo-poos
always
this year.
talk about
Nobody
poo-poo.
not get together.
That's our
without
thing.
poo-poo.
What is happening? No, I don't know.
The boys.
Appreciate Adrian. Yeah, poo-poos. You show these guys one local flavor. This is like worse than poutine. This is poo-poos. And then every time, oh, Jamie, are we having poo-poos? Is there poo-poos?
Okay, you know what, Jared? Let's make this evening. We've only got 12 minutes left. Poo-poo free.
Okay,
No poo-poos tonight. It's fine.
Right.
No.
That's fine. Jamie is the center square. We need her. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
And it's technically after poo-poo's time for you guys right now. So
I object that there's only 12 minutes left. I think we need to extend it.
okay, what do you guys think?
I didn't get to bring a refill though.
Neither did
Yeah,
I.
I'm good.
And I actually don't want any more of this. It's really not good.
We're gonna lose Adrian, man. He's at 9 minutes and 13 seconds left, man. He is on the.
It's 3
countdown
a.m.
is
for
going.
him. I get it. Like,
Who came up with this Aperol?
There must be a way through this. Hang on.
Here, hold on. I'll give you guys a refill. Hold on.
Yeah. Wait. Big cup.
Okay,
big
hold
cup.
on.
Refill.
Adrian's got
I
a bar
believe
at his
Adrian
desk.
thinks 12 minutes is too much.
Oh, look, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
I have a comment about the Yeti cup.
Yes.
Who came up with this Aperol drink, anyways? What is this about?
What?
Or we don't want to go into that, or
No, the anticipation is so tomorrow night is the IIB reception that we normally have on the Thursday night. And typically we have drinks and appetizers and whatnot.
yeah.
Can't do that this year. So what we would do is come up with a signature drink, which we renamed the Elicitation.
There's a glare. Sorry.
Come to our booth and you can download the recipe for it. Mindy and I will send it to you. It's just a recipe for a drink.
I don't think they like it very much, so I'm going to take after that.
None of us have
well,
actually made the recipe though.
yeah, we
Did
didn't. I
anyone
didn't follow
drink
the
it
recipe.
before you posted the recipe? Like, did anyone actually that whole prototype and feedback?
Absolutely, I did, but it was a different recipe. It used blue curacao first. It was a very good drink. It was actually quite good. And then they're like, no, we wanted to make it IIBA orange, so we switched up the recipe to Aperol, and some of the recipe changed, and yeah.
But you guys,
It's like
What
burning.
happened?
wait,
Never
hold on.
mind.
The recipe is the cool part, though. Check this out. We're gonna go over the recipe.
Jared, as the guy that
I'm
don't drink,
blind and I can't see.
let me ask you, how is it going to be in this reception? Is everybody going to be in the same Zoom meeting, or are you going to have breakouts? What's going to happen?
We're all coming to my basement.
Basically, is it worth our time?
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You guys, I would put it in the chat, but except I can't. So listen to this. The recipe for business analysts.
Put it in the comments. What are you talking about?
We can't.
In the
Yeah, I
comment.
can't do that either.
Yes,
I
you
can't
can.
do it
You can
either.
post. You can't post the
I
comment.
can't post comments.
No,
We're not allowed.
Only
Okay,
in the
put it-
private chat.
Put it in the
Just that.
private chat, and then I'll put it in the comments.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, we don't need to.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can do this.
Like,
Just read it, you guys. Now I need to find it
okay.
up
You
here.
know what?
What else
Fine.
is going on?
Read the stupid
Let me
thing.
share
Go
my
ahead. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Let me share my screen.
Here we go.
Awesome.
All right, there we go.
Oh, you're so smart.
There we go. All right. So we've got 1 ounce of Aperol, 1.5 ounces of vodka.
Read the recipe itself, like what it says on the right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Your base, step 1, your base should be made of great communication skills. I don't know what that is, if that's the Aperol or the vodka, but whatever.
That'll help
Step 2, throw in some good relationship building skills. Step 3, big, full slices of critical thinking skills. Throw them all in. Step 4, add in notes of empathy. Step 5,
I love how you said that.
throw in huge chunks of problem-solving skills. Step 6, liberally pour in techniques, tools, and methodology. Step 7, IIBA certified? Question mark. Display your beautiful certification proudly.
I can't find the Vince Siri voice. I can't find it on my computer. I'm looking for it. It's not showing up. I don't see the Vince option.
I mean, that was perhaps an audition for some voice work, so that I can start diversifying a little bit.
So the best thing happened yesterday during our chapter leaders day, where Danelkis wanted to put on some background music. So she's like, "Hey Alexa, play classical rock." Well, one of the other attendees also had an Alexa, and they started playing classical rock too. It was awesome.
That was great.
Kat, I'm with you, and it tastes terrible. But again, I didn't add in the orange juice. I'm thinking the orange juice was a critical factor.
You had pure alcohol.
I have the orange juice covered.
Well, and sparkling water. So yeah.
Oh, we could play the yes and game and just, figure out what items come next. Where we start with the drink, we'll have that, yes, and apparently we'll throw in some other things.
And
we'll go surfing, shaka bra, and then
you get laid.
Poo-poos.
Ooh.
No. Oh.
No wonder if Vince wants to go back to Hawaii.
I still have my kukui nuts. I got them upstairs. It's
You got laid?
I did
Repeatedly,
twice.
I think.
Twice.
Wow.
Twice. It was, you know what? It was very floral. It was lovely.
Lovely. Because what was your pink shirt? If you only had your pink shirt.
I didn't have the pink. I don't think I had the pink. I think I had this pink shirt for BBC last year.
Oh.
Because Miami Vice, right? Process Vince. It made sense before I paid for it.
Well, you shouldn't use it often, and then you can use it next year when we're back in Fort Lauderdale.
Well, and now that we're working at home, like I could just wear any old crap. So like it's
but
great.
don't let it get old. That way you can wear it in Miami.
Oh no, I'll get I got new. I've rebranded.
Jimmy, we'll take care of you.
I'm doing some. The days of the t-shirt keynote, those are over. So.
Oh.
Suit and tie?
Yeah.
Costume.
No. I have. Fortunately, when your uncle is a Canadian fashion icon and he hears that you wear t-shirt on stage and he says, "No, we're going shopping," you get a pretty good look.
Yeah.
Not an awesomeness.
Gonna make you look sharp. Yeah.
Yeah. Sharp,
All right,
but comfortable.
Vince, I'm gonna do a time check on you. I know this is way too much fun, but some of us, I still got a lot more hours to do stuff and prep for 5 a.m. So, what's our parting thoughts here? I'm gonna keep you on point here.
Oh, thank you, Jamie. Why don't you kick us off? What message do you want to leave the people that are in the chat and us with?
I actually like to build on what Adrian said, and the part, I think, after you've been to one of these conferences, if you've ever been to one or any other conference, but the thing to do tomorrow, the next day, is go do all those things you never do before, like Jimmy.
Right. Jimmy did not go to a porn shop
all the
when
things
he was in Hawaii.
Not do before.
He didn't.
Think about what's outside your normal box, such as Jimmy. Thinking about next time he comes to Hawaii here.
Yeah.
I love that idea because that's something when I think we get in our comfort zones and we love this, and to pick the thing you wouldn't pick. That especially with this Unleashed, that you have that opportunity. So like you said, Hans comment, you can fast forward later, or something.
Mm-hmm.
Pick what you wouldn't pick, because I think that's where we get the unexpected value. And I think we do so much work. I'm very focused on value, focused on delivering it. I like this opportunity to just be free and just go enjoy that there's this community and just see what it is, offer. So awesome. I think that's my biggest thing is just, go with it open and pick the thing you don't think you'll like. Pick the thing that just sounds way out there. And you know what? There's good speakers here. There's awesome panelists. Like you say, get a chat going. I watched, someone told me they ignored the whole presentation because they were so busy chatting with someone else. They were having a good time. I was like, well, okay, you can watch the recording.
It's a good point, right? How many agile sessions do you need to go to? Like, go learn something new. Go learn something new.
Like waterfall.
Beautiful. Like waterfall. Hey, don't go chasing waterfalls. Mindy, parting thoughts.
Parting thought. Just philosophies for life. Be kind, be nice, or leave. That's just it's just the motto.
Mindy, love it.
Mindy, can I change that?
Be kind to yourself and others, kind of thing. Yeah.
My staff knows how much I love the word fantastic. And I heard this phrase the other day, be kind unless you can be fantastic. And then be fantastically kind.
Oh,
yeah.
That's lovely.
I've heard something similar, which is be kind unless you can be Batman, then be Batman. But,
all good variations, yes.
Well, how about this one? Be kind, rewind.
Hey, there's a throwback for you. Fabricio, we're going round the horn here. Fabricio.
It comes to me. I have been on BBC for a lot of years, since 2012, and this year is the year that I feel most engaged. And it's crazy because we are not together, not physically, but I believe that the relationships I have been creating over the years, and this year that we have met so many times online because of the pandemic and everything, and everybody's online. So that made the possibility for me to be connected with people like you guys and feel like we are a very big family. I know the Nepals say that no families are not happy, but our families is happy, isn't it, Jared? and that's so nice, so nice. I'm very glad to be here, very happy, and to be part of this family, to be part of this community. And as Mindy said, this is the people that holds the piano and makes stuff. This stuff happens, and it's very nice to be here.
Yeah, awesome. So like just poetic, and I could hear you talk all day, man. It's amazing.
Even with strange accent.
No, hey, in Canada we're used to accents, so it's so you walk down the street and they're just everywhere. So, Jen Bedell.
Jen Bedell.
Yeah.
We have 30 seconds left. Be bold.
Just keep. We're good. We'll go over. It's fine.
All right. No. seriously, be bold. Those are my parting words. Try something you haven't tried before. Not just attending a session. I mean, do something you haven't done before. Like maybe submit to speak. It was scary that first time.
It sure was.
Right?
It sure was.
It's pretty awesome because I got a whole new set of friends.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I still tell stories about, without that first time for both of us, Jen, we never would have had the blockchain story. So, you know, like, that's amazing. So love it. Thanks, Jen. Adrian, thank you for sticking it out, man. I know it's late for you. You probably are dying to go to bed. So I'm just going to talk for about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to kick it over to you.
So my head is literally all over the place because I've had a beer and some caffeine to try and
terrible.
3
terrible idea.
So just a bunch of incoherent crap is going to come out of my mouth about me.
This is Adrian Unleashed. This is great.
Adrian's incoherent is like my top of the day.
Yeah, but he's usually so like prepared and like very, very dignified, and like this is going to be great. I'm looking forward to it.
No, you're going to be really, really disappointed. But I don't know. There used to be like probably about 15 plus years ago. There used to be a commercial in the UK. It was for Guinness, and it had these like horses running in, and it had a clock ticking. And the thing which always the phrase was something like, the only moment you actually own is the moment you're actually in. And the actions you take in that moment are actually going to affect the rest of your life, right? The decisions you make right now affect what's happening tomorrow. And I've been thinking and reflecting a lot about those sorts of things. But I'm thinking, like, you know, if you're at a conference, often you hear stuff, you meet people, you come across opportunities, and it's really easy to go back to work on Monday, get back on the treadmill, and not make the change. So I think my parting reflection to myself and everyone is, like, get inspired, but then take the next step, whatever that step is for you.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, action is the game, right? You've got to do. You can't just talk about it. You can't think about it. You got to do. So awesome.
Totally.
Jared.
So all I have to say is Adrian is a global treasure, because even when he's this tired, he still has these nuggets, because he's absolutely correct, right? If we're going to BBC and we're seeing some amazing speakers, and this reminds me of a story that when I was talking to Angela Wick last year at BBC, and we were talking about how we seem to be the big kids now, right? We're the speakers. We're the oh my gosh, we're
oh shit.
How did you get to be a speaker? How did you get to be here? There's all sorts of people at BBC this year that, you know, that they're looking up to us. I did like what Jen said, be bold. I did like what Danelka said, right? Like, get out of your comfort zone, go see the sessions that you wouldn't normally go see, because BBC is amazing. But I also think that BBC isn't about the sessions. BBC is about the community, and BBC is about these kind of things. This is my 10th BBC, believe it or not, and this is what I live for. It's the interaction and the camaraderie, the community, because we are a family first and foremost, right? And that's why we remember Bob. That's why we remember all of us, and that's why we so badly want to get together and reminisce, not that's not the right word, but reminisce about what's going on in the world, and just be there for each other. We, as Danelka says all the time, we're all in this together.
Yeah. Amy Riddell has a good line where she talks about, like, because a lot of the times it's the same speakers that go to the same events, and she describes it as going to camp.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, this week we're all going to camp, and camp this week is in, you know, Orlando or DC or Toronto or Vancouver, but it's camp because it's an opportunity for us to see old friends that live all over the world. And yeah, Danelka, we can hug. Yeah. So yeah, and it's so important. So thank you. Thanks, Jared.
Don't you love how Adrian is the most eloquent of all of us, and he's the one with the least amount of like energy? I love how we all take over the words, and we can't figure out which word we're trying to say yet. Adrian can come out smooth.
Yeah, but what you don't see is the fourth wall. He's got cue cards because
Yeah.
he's been on. He's been on before. He knows the questions that I'm going to ask. He knows, and that's why the rest of the time he was just quiet.
That's why he's a global treasure.
I mean, why don't we just go intergalactic? He's a treasure of the universe.
There you go.
Kick it up, Jared. Come on, man. Step it up. Zanelka, you get the, I guess, second final word, because I guess I'm going to take the final word.
What about Jamie?
For me,
What about Jimmy?
Jamie.
Started.
Oh, I'm
You
sorry.
did that twice to me.
Yeah.
I'm gone. You realize that you've just like
I went
ignored it?
round
Like,
the
'cause
horn.
that's the
I'm
second time you've called me out.
Jamie.
he does that all the time.
Jamie went.
Jamie, I'm sorry. Jamie, I'm sorry. Jamie.
Jamie went first.
I thought she went first,
Okay.
but
Yes,
I
she
thought I went
went
first too, but
Yeah.
that's
She was the first.
so
Zanelka, what's going on, girl?
Zanelka?
All right, so for me,
Why are you making me feel bad? Jeez.
just ignore Jared. So
I hate you guys all. I hate you all.
We hate you too, Vince.
Thanks, man. And I hate you and I appreciate you. Cheers.
Amen.
Zanelka.
So this is BBC number 6 for me, and for me, it's always been about the people, and it's where Jared was going with it. We could all go to classes and hear speakers and learn and apply the skills that we hear about and experiences from everybody else, but it's the relationships that we create and then what we do with them, like Adrian was saying, once we're out of here. So one of my favorite things from BBC year after year is keeping in touch with those that I meet and just bouncing off ideas or sharing baby pictures or just being a part of each other's lives. Like we think different than the rest of the world. Like there's something really unique about us. And being able to just share our pure joy for what we do as a profession and our out-of-box thinking that some people just don't understand, and we're there. We're on the same page. So for me, it's always creating new relationships and maintaining them throughout the years.
Yeah, awesome.
Do you think the accounting conference is anywhere near this fun?
I bet you it is, actually. Accountants can probably party.
You guys, I've actually gone to one.
But not like the 24-hour block that Adrian's doing. Come on. Do you know accountants going to be like,
no.
do like the 23-hour?
They're 9 to 5.
You guys, we're special.
No word of a lie, Jamie. I was in Wisconsin last year for WeBad, and I missed the speakers' dinner, but I was in the speakers' room at the morning of the conference itself. And this one of the speakers, she goes, "Wow, I was at speakers' dinner last night, and you BAs, you're all a rowdy." She goes, "I'm a PM, and I go to these PM conferences, and it's very, low key and very." She goes, "You guys are like, oh my gosh, hugging each other, and you're talking, and you're in each other's face, and you're like, oh my gosh, look, blah, 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 blah." We are, we're introverts, but we get together. There's no stopping us.
We lay it all out.
I went to the PMI Global Conference 2 years ago in LA, and by the last day, I was like, "Screw this! I'm not going to the conference. I am cutting out." And I spent the day in Santa Monica. I went to Santa Monica Pier, and I went by myself, and I'm like, this is so much more valuable than hearing about how to build a better project plan in my Microsoft project. Like, I didn't care. So
here's the thing: once you build the relationships, then you can just reach out to someone and say, "Hey, how do you do this? Like, what what works, what doesn't work? What walls did you hit?" And you go from it together.
Yeah.
So for me, this was my third time at BBC, but this is actually my first time speaking in a session at BBC. So the first year I was there with the Uncommon League at the booth. I was as Jen Batten described me, I was booth babe. Because I was the only one of the group I was the only one of the group that wasn't speaking there. And so I went to Roxanne, and I think I went to Jared, and I went to Denelkis, and I said, I'm here in case you need me. And it was just because I didn't want to be at the booth. I'm here. I'm here. If someone drops out, I'm here. I'm ready.
So what are your services?
Last year I did a workshop on the Monday morning, and so by noon on Monday, my BBC week was done. This is definitely a different feeling, and so I don't think I'm ever going to do a workshop again because this is so much more fun. For me, I think we've talked about how we are a family. We share a lot of the same values. We share a lot of the same perspectives. We still bring our own unique perspective, but I think now more than ever, we need to come together because we're so distributed. To do good things in the world and to bring value and to just be amazing. So that'll be my closing words. Just for those that are still in the chat that have stuck with us, for you lot, that I'm so grateful for, taking the time and to be on here and especially that you've all been on and you know what to expect and you still decided to come back. I appreciate you guys. I don't have anything more, so I can't cheers you, and it's bad luck.
So cheers.
But
I got down to the last drop.
I appreciate you all, and you guys are amazing. Thank you very much.
Thanks for bringing us together.
Thank you, Vince.
This is fun.
Vince, I want to say to you, like, these Analysts After Work specials. I know this is a special case because there's more than two of us on, but
which
done.
I was
Never
joking, by the way.
again, by the way.
It's never going to happen again. No, it's going to happen. I think Steve Jones is planning one for me to do next week, and thanks, Steve.
Yeah.
Morning. Okay.
He wants to be on
Vince,
too.
You rocks.
All right, aloha, guys. I gotta run.
You're good on
Right
this.
back at you. All right.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
You have the skills.
Have a good night.
Love you all.
Have a good night.
Actually, you
I
guys
think
don't have to go. I'm gonna end the broadcast. But good night, everyone. Thanks for joining
Good night.
Analysts After Work. Have a good one. Cheers.